Hi, and welcome to week 9, PA213. We are still reviewing for your certification exam, and this week we are in chapter 35 and chapter 36, talking about stocking the pharmacy and making sure that we have enough drug inventory. And this is part of the pharmacy technician's job, is to really keep track of the inventory for the pharmacist so that they know what is on hand and what is not. Couple of housekeeping things. You do have a survey due this week, so please fill that out. I'd like to give each of you 10 extra credit points. That can only help your grade. So when you're done with that, just email me and let me know that you got it done. I'll also be sending out final grades. These are just 2 weeks before your final so that you know exactly what you're looking at and what you'll need to make on the final exam to pass your class. Remember, we're looking for a 70 to pass your class and to go on to the next class. All right, so let's talk about Chapter 35, Stocking the Pharmacy. It starts with the formulary. This is the list of drugs that reflect what the pharmacy routinely stocks is called the formulary, and there's actually drugs that you keep kind of like right in front of you, like a mover shelf. Some pharmacists will call it like a mover and shaker shelf, or the top 20, and these are drugs that are usually routinely filled, and so we keep them right there so that you can just pull them off and you don't have to always go back in the pharmacy. And so this is part of your formulary, is to keep a good hand or a good stock of those on order or at a par level. The inventory amount in which the drug is automatically recorded is called, or reordered, is called the par level. Making sure that we have that level so that if someone comes in and they need a 90-day supply, that we can fill it for them and we're ready for that. And usually they have devices in the pharmacy that, and the computer system really keeps track of where the inventory is, and so that will automatically reorder that. There are some specialty drugs that we will need to order for the patient, so some of that is stocking the pharmacy, making sure that we do have that. It says a purchase order may be required when ordering drugs or devices. This form contains the information discussed above. We're talking about on page 446. It can be like this is a specialty drug or something that we don't routinely order that they might need a purchase order for. Ordering controlled substances. The technician may order regular drugs and devices for sale, but they may not order Schedule II drugs. This is something that the pharmacist must do, and they require a special triplicate form for ordering called a DEA 222. This will be on your certification test, trust me. DEA 222, which must be obtained from the Drug Enforcement Agency. The DEA Form 222 may only be obtained by a licensed health professional, such as a pharmacist, physician, or dentist. These forms are regulated and numbered, and the DEA keeps record of the numbers and to whom a particular 222 form was given. So if we misplace a DEA number 222, or the pharmacist accidentally writes something wrong on that form, they actually have to let the DEA know that they are discarding this form or getting rid of it, because they want to make sure that the number of DEA forms that we gave the pharmacist, that's what they're using, and if they're not, that they are telling them why they're not. It's just a security measure to intend to help prevent unauthorized persons from ordering controlled substances, like someone stealing a DEA form or something like that. And so technicians, you are not asked to do this because they actually have to keep track of the count of all the controlled substances, and so you may be asked to help count them with maybe the pharmacist watching or very close to help make an order, but you will not be asked to fill these out. And then again, you have some questions, chapter review questions, and only the odd are due, and wow, there are 5. Heck, I would answer all 5 of them, because any of these could be on the review test. So I would just make sure you're ready, but only the odd are due for me at the end of the class. Okay, Chapter 36, Maintenance and Pharmaceutical Products. So again, place in inventory, that kind of stuff, physical inventory, proper storage of drug products in inventory, and rotation stock. So when a new inventory comes in, we don't place the newest product right in the front. We actually place it in the back. Like if you've worked at a grocery store, you probably know this. When I started as a pharmacy technician, I did not know this. So you have to place it behind the bottle that's already open and all the ones that are already on the shelf, because expiration dates. And your discussion question, chapter 9 week 9 talks about, would you advise a patient to take a medication over the expiration date? And my answer to that is no. You can't even dispense a medication in the same month that it expires. So, for example, say that you have a drug that's expiring 7/30 of this year, and you are refilling this prescription on 7/1, and you know that they will take it by 7/30. That's still, you can't dispense it. Most pharmacists won't let you dispense it because you don't know if the patient's going to be able to get all of that medication in before the 30th. Although it's 30 days and they should take every pill in that 30 days, we still don't know, and we cannot dispense a medication. Sometimes, even if it's the middle of this month and it expires at the end of next month, sometimes the pharmacist won't let you do that either. So usually we are pulling expired drugs a month in advance so that we don't dispense them. So that helps to answer your discussion question. And when it means they put these expiration dates on there because the active drug goes expired. They can tell you that they've done research on that and the active drug is expired. So when an active drug is no longer active, it can actually cause other side effects. It might not do anything to a patient, but because it now is expired, it could cause a harmful side effect to that patient. And so we never dispense a expired medication. And then again, you have 5 review questions on that. Odd or do, but my gosh, I would answer all 5 of these just so that you can know what the certification test may be answering. All right, so those are very short chapters for you to read and answer. That shouldn't take you any time, so you should have time to answer that discussion question and also time to do that survey, and email me when you have done that. If you have questions about the certification test, I'd love to hear from you, or if you need to register still for the certification test. If it was me, I would probably register for a week after I finish my last class. That would help to get it out of the way. Or if you are confident enough now after you've taken the certification class, then go ahead and register now and maybe take it after this class where it's all fresh in your mind. Because your next class is your capstone, which is 215, which is your very last, which talks about getting to know the environment in the pharmacy. So it's not a lot about certification. So it really might be beneficial for you to take it right after this class. Either way, I'd love to talk to you about it. If you have any questions about it, I can sure do that. I hope you have a great week and talk with you soon.